On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what Gawayne. A blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off in the morning with a missing person report where this young teen identified as Akeelia Maga, said to be a student of the Spalding High School, but she's from the George North District. She has since been missing from Saturday. So if seen, please contact the Spalding Police Station. So little girl, if you are listening to On The Spot News Media right now, link up your mommy, link up your daddy, link up a family member, link up a trusted friend so they can know that you are okay. And to the regular members of Chan Public out there, if you see this little girl here, anyway at all, link up the nearest police station or link up On The Spot News Media, and I will definitely pass the information on to the relevant authorities. So anyway, my peeps, make we get into this morning's set of stories. So we're going to kick it off over there in the parish of Westmoreland, the police division that is dubbed the second most murderous. Now all the way over there in Grangeville, a section known as Morgan's Bridge. The Morgan's Bridge police have launched a manhunt for a suspect believed to be connected with the loss of life of his girlfriend. Now his girlfriend's lifeless body was discovered in a bathtub at her home in Top Lincoln in Grangeville on Tuesday evening. The victim has since been identified as Kerisha Rankin, said to be a bartender of the area. So information reaching On The Spot News Media would suggest that sometime around 6:30 p.m, Kerisha and her boyfriend were involved in an argument that escalated into a physical confrontation. A relative stated that she was alerted by the sounds coming from that altercation and contacted the police. Upon the arrival of the police, Kerisha Rankin's body was seen in the bathroom. The scene was processed and her body removed to the morgue for post-mortem examination. Authorities are now intensifying their search for the boyfriend as the community reels from the tragic events. Boy, may I tell my peeps, the thing rough. And still in Western Jamaica, in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, the police division dubbed to be the most murderous. Last night, a man ended up get caught up in the Tucker community run by Irwin Deso. It is said that the man get a can wound right in his eye, as we would commonly say him get it flush, straight, and trees. Yeah man, he's no longer among the land of the living. Now information surrounding that fatal knockings and clappings in Tucker, Irwin by armed criminal elements is not yet clear. So of course On The Spot News Media will most definitely be update you as it relates to that fatality in subsequent newscast. And still in the parish of St. James, the St. James police are now stating that they will not give a go-ahead or give green light to shows featuring this dancehall artist known as Eddy G, Bomba. Why, some may ask? He's the artist that did the song, and I quote, "Police, you better move with your speeder gun. The beast a come, may we lick down police a grung," end quote. So the St. James Police are now stating that they will no longer approve events that include the performance of the trap dancehall artist Eddy G, Bomba. What's your thoughts on that? The police are now stating that they are presently mourning the loss of a cop that lost his life in a similar circumstance. The lyrics of the song glorifies motorists mowing down cops holding speed guns. So what's your thoughts on that? So the police chief for the parish, that's Superintendent Aaron Samuels, is stating that his decision to not approve any shows with that particular artist on the show came from after a visit that he had to do to offer condolences to the families of the police constable, that's Leroy Codner, the constable who lost his life in the hospital Sunday morning. That's basically 16 days after a motorist allegedly reversed, then deliberately slammed into him, and he fell several feet over a precipice before landing in a crumbled heap, which of course the constable sustained multiple serious injuries. So on Tuesday, the superintendent stated that it would be distasteful for the police to show any form of approval for the artist Eddy G, Bomba song, which describes similarities to the way in which the constable lost his life. So the viral hit No Cap has a line that says, as I stated earlier, "Better move with your speeder gun, the beast a come, may we lick down police a grung." So the police is basically saying, because the emotions that will be evoked by police officers, because they work at these functions to ensure, say, peace is maintained, and you don't know the whole order is maintained. So the police, them now go feel good for hear an artist a perform a song like that, knowing fully well say them lose a colleague in a similar manner. I, for one, endorse this, and I think that all parishes, not just St. James, but all police divisions should take the very same approach, and not just with that artist only, but just about any artist who incite violence in their songs. I know that many are stating that it is just songs and music now have nothing to do with people behavior. I continue to rubbish that statement, because if that was so, why is it that our Jamaican artists can no longer perform lyrics like Bomba or any type of song that incite violence against them for funky type of people? So I believe if America can take that stance and hold them ground and our artists adhere to it, why can't we do the same in our country and force them, let them feel it in their pockets to adhere to it? We are at a state in our country right now where we need to do things that we would not normally do, because we are not living under our normal circumstances. So when things get to a certain level, we have to raise the bar to get it back down. Then of course we can relax certain things thereafter. So we just need to do what we need to do to make sure that Jamaica return to the country that we all once used to love, because many don't love it no more. Well, at least how the people in it are right now. Boy, may I tell you. So the artists have a show coming up in a taboo in a Ocho Rios. Here's the poster presently on your screen. And probably the police can't really lock off that one here because it is not a stage show where they're out in the open. It is in an enclosed building and the club have its own license. But what we should do as members of Chan Public to send these artists a strong message is not to support it. Make him go inside a taboo club. And when time him in there, all him fear hear something similar where Stone Love always say, Stone Love stands alone. Him one fi in there. Yeah man. We the regular members of Chan Public need to start send a strong signal to these artists. Hold them accountable for them actions. Yeah man, saying away, make we continue. Now in the neighboring parish of Trelawny, a reputed top knockers and clappers end up lose 3 pints during a firefight with the police in Trelawny on Tuesday. Now the criminal element has since been identified as 29-year-old Gawayne Campbell, who is said to be a member of the St. James base notorious ski mask gang. Gawayne Campbell's life was taken in a hail of bullets from the police weapon in a reported shootout in a place known as Bunkers Hill in Trelawny Tuesday morning. So Superintendent Winston Milton, who is said to be the head of the Trelawny police, stated that the police went into the Bunkers Hill area on an operation in search of wanted men and illegal guns, and they were fired on by the now deceased criminal element Gawayne Campbell. It is said that the cops ventured into the area and a low knockings and clappings upon them, and of course they had to take evasive action in defense of their own lives, protection of their own lives, and also the protection of their colleagues and the members of Chan Public to a certain extent, and returned fire, and he was hit. It is said that a firearm was reportedly taken from the now deceased criminal element. So for those who don't know, Gawayne Campbell, him come from out of Lilliput, they say, in a St. James, and he had recently got released from prison where he did a prison sentence for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. So this is a known criminal element. So no condolences coming from this side. Yeah man. So moving right along now, my peeps, we are going to stop in the parish of Clarendon. Just a little step back into time. Who remember the day after, the very morning after the Cherry Tree Lane massacre that claimed the life of 8 and injuring, seriously so, 10. When you remember, said the police and soldier them did hold on pan some boy pan bike. And when them searched them, a gun was found in a little strap bag, one of them waist bag. So one of them criminal element there applied for bail, but the judge turned down the bail. So he is to remain in custody after the High Court refused to sanction bail. So the appellant, the criminal element, has since been identified as Rick Edwards, age 22, come from Larson Boulevard, there so in a 4 parts, Clarendon. So he was refused bail in the gun court in a Clarendon on the charges of possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. He appealed the bail refusal in the Supreme Court on October 9th, but the appeal was also dismissed. So the judge stating that she refused the application, and it is among other things. She considered the fact that the defendant had not disclosed in his affidavit that he was on bail for a murder charge in the Manchester Circuit Court. So the criminal element and his co-accused, that is Davante Jackson, were come from Cherry Tree Lane itself, were arrested on the 12th of August after a black Taurus 9mm pistol and a magazine with 12 rounds of ammunition were found in a cross bag which the criminal element Jackson was carrying. So both men had entered into the community on an unregistered motorcycle sometime around 10 o'clock in the morning when they were signaled by a team of officers on patrol in the community to stop. So what go on now is that Edwards, who was the rider of the motorcycle, him slowed down and then attempted to accelerate, but he was held. So Jackson, who was the pillion rider, dropped the bag and ran, but was immediately caught by the soldiers. So when caution, Jackson reportedly stated that, "Officer, Rick, give me the bag, officer. Me never know what in there." However, after he was charged with the offences, he reportedly told the police under caution, "Officer, I mine the gun." So right now, in days dark. So a day before the men were arrested, remember, 18 people get caught up and 8 lose for them 3 pints. The Cherry Tree Lane community, as a matter of fact, Clarendon and Jamaica and a whole, will never ever be the same again. So them 2 old dirty corner boy if they stay exactly right with them there and face the most deserved justice. Yeah, man. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Catherine North Police Division, a joint police military patrol in the area of Redpan seized this Glock pistol fitted with a magazine containing 19 live 9mm rounds. It is said that the team spotted a man acting suspiciously. A thorough search uncovered this Glock pistol with the rounds of ammunition fitted in it. Now, this is a decent find by that joint police military patrol. And they are basically just creating a safer Jamaica for all away. So when time when you see the police them at work and the soldier them out there work, give them the much needed support and reassurance so that they can continue their relentless effort to rid our streets of these criminal elements and get these guns off our nation's street. And still in the St. Catherine North Police Division, the St. Catherine North Police have smashed a suspected car stealing ring operating in the Linstead area. This followed the recovery of a stolen vehicle and the arrest of 2 suspects during an operation over the weekend. So now we're going to hear from the superintendent in charge of the St. Catherine North Police Division, that's Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, as he weighs in on this latest find. Now listen.
So on Saturday, October 19th, 2024, operatives from the Guys Hill Police Station, they recovered a stolen motor vehicle, which is a grey Honda Fit, with the registration that were not assigned to it, were observed on the vehicle. The vehicle was reportedly stolen in the corporate area. Now, this vehicle was found at a garage in the Linstead area, where other vehicles and motor vehicle parts were seen. 2 persons were arrested so far in this investigation, and we will continue our investigation and update you accordingly. Since the year, the Guys Hill Police alone in the past 5 months have recovered 7 stolen motor cars. Most of them were stolen in the corporate area. So that's what we realized, that there's a trend. Vehicles stolen in the corporate area passing through St. Catherine, and our operatives will be on the road to check them, intercept them, and it is our hope to return them to their rightful owners.
So with that said, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.